Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric, and I wanted to touch base on a story that's from a couple days ago. This is in regards to that Apple lawsuit between Epic Games and Apple, and it was an interesting take that a judge had. A judge spoke up and said earlier this last weekend something in regards to the ramifications for the court case and what it could do for console platforming stores and things like that. And this is a very interesting case that I've been kind of eyeing from the side for the past couple of months, especially now that Microsoft is even getting involved with this Apple lawsuit type of stuff and sticking up for Epic Games and stuff. So this is a court case that could possibly change the game and how things are run business wise for digital stores and gaming and everything like that. So I know it's not everybody's cup of tea for digital only downloads and stuff like that, but this will affect console gaming in some shape or form, and this judge's take on this was really interesting to read. So before we get into this article, which is from Video Games Chronicle, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, why don't you click the red subscription box down below and enable your bell notifications so you don't miss when I upload. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So it says, judge says Epic's Apple lawsuit can have serious ramifications for Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. The legal battle could impact console platforms similar walled gardens to iOS. So it says a final decision in Epic's legal battle with Apple could have a significant and serious ramifications for Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft and their video game platforms. That's according to Judge Yvonne Gonzales Rogers, who said on Friday that the court would need to be better informed before ruling over the dispute against Apple's 30% App Store fee. So they do take 30% cut. But here's the caveat. Here's the ironic catch. It's the same as those charged on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. So all three of the console platforms charge 30% store fees for digital games being on there. So here goes, just to touch on backstory, this article talks about the Fortnite lawsuit, which began in August after Epic moved to circumvent Apple's platform fees with a new direct payment option, leading to Fortnite's removal from the App Store. So what happened was Epic didn't want Apple to be a middleman. They wanted some kind of direct payment where if people playing Fortnite on Apple, they could just pay Epic Games directly. They made some kind of like workaround where Apple didn't get a cut out of it at all, and Apple did not like that. I have to say, this is a gray area, because when you make a business deal with somebody, when you sign a contract, when you propose something, usually you're bounded to that. You're bonded and bounded to whatever the agreement is. And going into that, Epic Games did see that Apple would be charging 30%. And at the same time, it does come across as snaky and greedy of Epic to do that. But then also, sometimes it seems greedy and snaky of Apple or whatever other company are providing that service. I know other people have alleged that Apple has a lot of bad business bad business practices when it comes to apps and stuff, strict policies that try to avoid competition with other people that they want it all for themselves. And it seems that way at times. And we're going to go on with this article because it's going to explain Epic's point of view right here. It says Epic has called the 30% payment fees charged by Apple exorbitant and excessive compared to its operating cost, because the iPhone firm does not allow any competing stores on its iOS platform and thus controls the release of apps on its devices. Epic alleges it's running a tech monopoly. So that's actually a fair argument that is reasonable enough to take to court. That's why it's been brewing and developing pretty big. This court case is gaining some serious steam. There's a lot of gray area and a lot of argument and debate on who's right and who's wrong in this. It says, however, in the latest court documents published on Friday, Judge Rogers noted that Apple's walled garden was not all that distinct from console platforms such as PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, which charge developers the same 30% fee on microtransaction sales and don't allow rival stores. So that's the caveat. If you're a good judge, if you're looking into the case, you're going to be looking into stuff like that. I mean, the judge basically noted this in a court document. So there's a possibility that Epic could be shooting themselves in the foot. And on top of that, giving ramifications for console digital stores. So it says Epic has argued that the 30% fee on consoles is justified by the platform holder's significant investment in hardware, which is often sold at a loss. So that's another point. In comparison, mobile devices are open platforms and cost far less to operate, it said. However, Judge Rogers said on Friday that this distinction was without legal precedent. She goes on to say, indeed, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft all operate similar walled gardens or closed platform models as Apple, whereby the hardware operating system, digital marketplace, and IAPs are all exclusive to the platform owner, the judge said. Judge Rogers also said the court would need to further examine any crossover mobile gaming has with platforms such as Nintendo Switch, which can also be played portably. So this is getting spicy. Judge Rogers is looking into everything, and I think Epic might be biting off more than they can chew, even though they do have Microsoft's blessing. It goes on to say, Epic Games avers that the iOS platform is unique from other gaming devices, the judge added. Specifically, Epic Games argues that gaming consoles and computers require electrical outlets and separate screens and thus lack capacity for mobile play, which demands portable, battery-operated, and cellularly connected devices with built-in screens. Which I could see what the judge is saying, but whether at the end of the day a Nintendo Switch does need a charge to play properly. It's not fully independent. It's still a weird exception to the rule. I see what she's getting with this, but I think it's a real weird exception. It says, yet Epic Games repeatedly ignored discussion of gaming laptops, tablets, and the Switch, all of which can be played in mobile fashion. These devices could have significant overlap with the iOS platform in terms of the ultimate consumer. Again, however, at this stage, the record does not contain sufficient information to determine whether such other devices are economic substitutes or are merely complementary to iOS devices. So, that's a fair argument here. So to conclude, it says the judge concluded that a final decision should be better informed regarding the impact of the walled garden model, given the potential for significant and serious ramifications for Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft in their video game platforms. Epic has seemingly enjoyed a far better relationship with the console platform holders in recent months. Microsoft has publicly backed Epic in its legal battle, while in July, Sony acquired a $250 million stake in the company. On Friday, Judge Rogers denied a request from Epic to force Apple to reinstate Fortnite to the App Store before the result of its lawsuit. However, the judge did agree to make a restraining order blocking Apple from removing Unreal Engine support permanent. This means Fortnite will likely not be reinstated to the App Store in the near future, but developers creating games using Unreal Engine will be protected. Judge Rogers has suggested that the case could go to jury trial as early as July 2021. So jury trial is still quite a ways away. Judge Rogers does throw some fair points, throwing the example of Switch, laptops, stuff like that, tablets, and that, console games kind of have, like, it's kind of a weird gray area and a double-edged sword that Epic Games is putting themselves into. Thankfully, they do have console gaming on their side. Honestly, this court case seems like it's going to be a very long legal battle that is going to make history at the end of the day, and that's why I'm very interested in reading and providing updates about it, because it is right. It is going to make ramifications for the console stores, for Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about this, what you guys have to say about it. What are your thoughts on this whole lawsuit? And comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, subscribe so you don't miss any updates on this. I appreciate y'all watching as always. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.